everyone, welcome back to G&J Exploring. Starting this video we head up the Teide volcano and we visit quite a few different places, including the visitor centre, lots of different rock formations, and we spend the evening watching the sunset over some of the other islands in the area. The following day we head back down the volcano to the coast, this time on the west side of the island, and we visit the small village of Masca, nestled in its beautiful gorge. We then head to the town of Los Gigantes to have a little bit of a look around before heading further south down the coast to the town of Los Cristianos, where we spend the final 4 days of our trip. We hope you enjoy this video, and now on with the show.
It's a lovely morning here in Tenerife. The sun is shining. We are just at a Lidl for some supplies, but today our trip is centred on El Tiede volcano, which you can just about see over the hills in front of you.
We have driven a long way up the mountainside this morning. You might be able to see the town down there we were last night. But after about a 15-minute drive, we are quite a long way up, and you can see the volcano in the distance a lot better than before. So we're going to be heading much closer, and you'll no doubt see us stop at a lot more viewpoints on the way up. We are almost to the top of the mountain. We're almost as high as you can go by car anyway. So the main bit of the volcano is right in front of us, and you might be able to see a cable car on its left-hand side, which will be going up to tomorrow. But we're at this very, very small town of El Portillo, which says it's the highest here on the island. Not sure about that because there is only one building here. But we're going to be dropping in there to go to the visitors' information, and then carrying on round to our hotel, which is sort of at the base of the cable car. But there we have the volcano, and if I spin around, you can see the very nice landscape all around us. We are now at the El Tiede Visitor Centre, and we're walking through what I think is probably a representation of a lava tube. I'm sure you can see a great deal. There we go, there's some lava in front of us. And if we come in here, you can see this very nice model of the volcano. Now, as an ex-geologist, and as Juliet is also an ex-engineering geologist, we should know what's going on. The problem is, we don't, because we're very bad geologists. But it's a very pretty model, and I can definitely say it's a very nice volcano to come look at. Having left the visitor centre, we're now wandering around these botanic gardens they've got here, which is nice to see. Very interesting landscape here, as you can see. Lots of rocks and some very hardy shrubs clinging onto them. So we might have a view up the volcano again, but we're not quite sure. The lady at the visitor centre wasn't super clear about what we were and were not allowed to do. So for now we're just going to have a wander around and see what we find. So here we are, a little bit further along our walk, and we have the excellent picture of Teide in the distance. We are a bit further up the volcano in this very, very windy location. Not sure where we are, but it's very flat. It's got some gravel, got some nice rocks. Spin round, you can see the mountain, the volcano I should say, up there. And we're just going to wander briefly up to these rocks here and have a look at the view down the valley. So I'm now sitting on what appears to be an old bit of lava. You can see all the old rivulets in the rock there, winding around. It's very interesting just having a look at it. See Juliet over there being a bit chilly because it is a bit cold up here. And if I stand up, you can have another great view of the landscape all around. We have now reached our hotel for the day, which is the only hotel up here on the top of a mountain. And we have this wonderful view out towards the volcano. We're going to go into the spa now and have a bit of a swim while we look at the volcano. We have encountered an unfortunate thing. It's quite windy up here, which means the cable car is probably going to be shut tomorrow, which means we're not going to be heading up the volcano, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a shame, but we'll do a bit of walking around lower down instead. We are just along from our hotel, and we are looking at the Roc de Garcia. Juliet pronounces that a bit better than me. But basically this is a viewpoint with some interesting geological formations in it. But you get to see this very large rock in the foreground, and some more rocks up there. We'll be going there shortly. And you've got the volcano, as always, in the distance. So, I've got to go quickly because there's a pack of coach tourists behind me. But there we go. There's the great view of the volcano and the very large rock to the side of it. We're only a little bit further along, but I just wanted to show you the hotel we're in tonight, which is in the distance. I believe it's called the Parador Hotel. And as I said when we were in the room, it is the only one up here on the top of the volcano. And it's a very nice hotel. Reviews aren't the best because it is a touch overpriced. They have somewhat of a monopoly. But yeah, it's nice, well worth a visit. And of course, you are up here. So that makes it very convenient to have a wander around and have a look at the volcano and all the rocks around it. So, go up to this viewpoint, gives you yet another view of a very nice volcano, and then we're going to be having a little walk around and I think going up some more rocks. And here we have another great view down the valley. We're going to be driving down there now to another viewpoint where we're going to be watching the sunset. Juliet and I have driven down the road, and we're now at the Samara viewpoint looking out at the sunset. And as you can see, it's quite spectacular with the trees in the foreground. You've got the clouds in the distance and the sun setting into them. Now we're high enough up at the moment on the volcano that the clouds are actually below us in front of us. So it's going to be a great sunset, and the next thing you see should be a time lapse of it happening. Hopefully you've just seen the amazing sunset that we have. It's been really great watching it, and as you can see the colours are absolutely amazing. We're now going to be heading back to the car and driving back to have some dinner at our hotel. Tomorrow we're not quite sure what's going to happen, because if the weather holds we might be going up the volcano, but a bit more likely we'll be heading straight down to the coast to go visit some mountaintop villages and some towns beside the seaside. And we'll get back to you then. I'm not sure whether or not anything's coming up on camera, but I'm currently in the dark here on Teide mountain volcano, and I'm looking out towards the volcano with the stars above. I've been doing a little bit of astrophotography and it's come out quite nicely. Now my view's exceptional. I really don't know how well the GoPro is going to pick it up, but hopefully there's something there to see, and we will see you tomorrow. It's a new day here on the volcano, and unfortunately we've not been able to go up today because the winds are too strong, which means the cable car has been cancelled. Seems like the cable car being cancelled is quite a common thing, so we can't be too upset about it. We're going to take the opportunity of this has given us, and we're going to be heading down to the sea to the sort of west of the island, and then we're going to be heading north up the road to some old villages. So it should still be good fun, and we've still got this great view up towards the top of the volcano. And here we have one last look up to Mount Tiede with the cloud hanging over it, looking very, very pretty. Now we should be heading down the mountain now, and hopefully there will be no more videos of this volcano. We are now heading down a hill to the village of Masca, which is a very pretty village overlooking the sea, and we'll get back to you when we're down there, but there may be a couple of viewpoints on the way. We are now at the village of Masca, which is this very pretty village in this gorge, and we're going to head down there now and have a bit more of a look. We are now in the heart of the village of Masca. We've just come into the visitor centre, which is here behind me. Not the most interesting place, but worth a visit. We're just having a sit down looking at this absolutely amazing view. We weren't quite sure if it was worth coming here, but it most definitely was. So the main point of coming to Masca, apart from the view you're looking at here, is you used to be able to do a walk down to the coast from here through the gorge. Now you can't do that anymore without booking in advance, and it's like 2 months waiting list. So we've not got the ticket to do that, but we are doing something similar in a few days' time. But for now, we've just got this lovely view to have a look at. We are in a restaurant here in Masca now, having some lunch, and it is a very nice, very authentic restaurant, which serves very large glasses of beer and has excellent views out across the valley. We are here in the main square of Masca, which is very nice. You've got the nice church, you've got another little cafe, and you've got the great view down the mountain, where I may have done a video before. But yeah, really, really pretty. And we're now going to be heading back up to the main road and then a bit further down the coast to another seaside resort. We have now got down the hill, and we're now at the town of Los Gigantes, and we've got this lovely view out across the sea. We're now heading round the headland on the left, and we'll see what we find along the way. We are a bit further along the path, and we've got this wonderful view out across the sea to one of the other islands here in the Canary Islands. And if I spin round, you can see all the views around. You've got the main bit of Los Gigantes over there. I think it's mainly just a holiday resort, as you can see from all the apartments, but it's very nice. And we're going to be heading further along this path to go find an ice cream. And here we have another one of the beaches in the town. Not the nicest beach in the world, but still good to see. We're going to be heading back to the car now, and then we're going to be off to Playa de Americas, where we're staying for the rest of our trip. On our way to Playa de Americas, where we're staying, I think I've pronounced that correctly, we've had a brief stop off at an all-inclusive resort that some of Juliet's family happens to be staying at while we're also visiting the island. So we're having a bit of free beer, talking to a few people and having a look at this very interesting place. Not quite our cup of tea, which is why we normally stay in apartments, but it's nice to visit and drink the beer. So we're now down in Playa de Americas, in a bit of it called Los Cristianos. And we're in this nice apartment again, another studio. Got the small kitchen here with Juliet rummaging through the cupboards. And we've got the nice bedroom. And once again we have a really nice view out across the sea. So we've just walked along the front here at Los Cristianos, and it's not too trashy. It's a little bit like Blackpool, which is a little bit different to places we normally come to, but we're going to embrace it. We're staying in the apartment complex straight in front of us, which has these sort of green and white bubbles on it. But I'd say all in all, it's nice enough. And we're now going to go and find a bar to get a drink. We have found some beer, which is excellent. And we're at this nice bar with the views out across the sea. Very pleasant. And we're going to have a drink now and then go back to the apartment.